Yeah, I heard the noise. I think that's the good news. The good
Good.
noise. So, welcome all to what we are calling the Few of Us. It's a one shot that's going to last anywhere from 1 to maybe 4 episodes. The way that we play, even though it's a one shot. My plan is for 2 episodes to start, and then potentially a time jump. But there's going to be a 2-episode arc, maybe 3, depending on how slow we go, and then another arc, later. But this is just one of those things we're doing for fun while we take a break and while schedules are a little wonky. So I appreciate everyone giving us some grace to have a good time.
And thank you, Joe, for putting this together.
Yeah, no worries. It's an original, so bear with me as we kind of piece it all together. But I'm excited to give you guys the Few of Us, a totally not ripoff of The Last of Us. So
Wait,
I'm gonna
what show?
I'm gonna attempt to share something as just a bit of a kickoff fun surprise. The party has not seen this yet. I'm gonna steal the screen for a minute.
Okay.
So I'm very hopeful this works. Can you guys hear this?
Oh my god. Very loud.
It is pretty loud.
The world went dark. The cities died.
Did you have AI generated country songs?
Yep.
But still we walk.
And Joe had
Still we
for us.
try through fungal halls where angels cry in rusted boots and broken trust. We're all that's left. The few
This is
of us.
amazing.
Brad's got a Brad bod, tough as nails. Chris knows the way through.
Oh my God.
ruined trails. JD's got the brains, maps the stars. Eric's just citizen, or maybe he's Mars.
What?
Maybe
Amazing.
We run, we shoot, we trust.
It's pretty good.
This is amazing.
It's the few of us.
Dude,
You
that's
scroll
so
down.
awesome.
I want to see the lyrics.
Yeah.
The pub's still
Oh.
standing, last call rings. Zombie bards still try to sing.
I love it.
A target raid will make it through. Grab the loot, dodge aisle 2. Polly's hope clings to the past. If we can save her, peace might last. Brad's got a Brad bod.
Amazing.
Flex is strong. Chris stirs up trouble on campaign lawn. JD's a prof with a PhD. Eric history with no ID.
This is amazing.
And smoke through blood and dust.
Oh man.
We're still alive, the few of us.
Amazing.
This is incredible.
I think there's a little bit left.
Oh, there's more.
Oh, we got a whole minute left.
Coming short.
Meant to win, just to outlast the world's last spin. But if we go down, we'll
That's
go
such a good
proud
lyric.
and loud, with jokes and blades and
Some of this was like
heads
spot on.
unbowed.
Some of it's a little
Just
out
to
there.
outlast the world's last spin is incredible.
Chris leads
He
the
sings
way.
too, man. That's awesome.
JD solves puzzles that save the day. Eric's still weird, but maybe fake. Picked all of us to carry the weight. So raise your
Amazing.
guns, your hearts, your
Scroll down
trust.
again.
This world's not done with the few of us.
This is amazing.
Dude, this is wild, man.
Let's go.
But that lyric, just to outlast the world's last spin, is so good.
Yeah,
That-
Yeah.
That is
yeah.
such a good lyric.
that is the best lyric. I also love the end where it raise your guns, your hearts, your trust. The world's not done with the few of us.
Yeah,
That's
that's
good.
Um,
great.
It just
I
couldn't
think
figure
the whole
out my
thing's a
citizen
masterpiece.
Eric. Sorry, what'd you say?
No,
Brad?
I think
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
killed
The whole
it.
thing's a
Like,
masterpiece.
One was a little off, but like for the most part, they were amazing.
He's just
Like
Citizen.
Eric's
Maybe
just
he's
Citizen, or
Mars.
maybe he's Mars. That doesn't make a lot of sense. But then the next one, a mystery with no ID, is great.
Yeah, but then it's Eric's still weird.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Hey,
Rude.
That crushed it.
I mean, a little personal, but I mean, I guess I'll take it.
Yeah, it's like weird flex, weird
Yeah,
flex, bro.
Not
Um,
totally wrong, but like, damn.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good.
yeah.
That was awesome.
I almost
Wonderful.
texted you guys this like 100 times. Like I can't sit on it for
Oh
48
no,
hours.
you gotta
This is-
wait. You
No.
gotta
Oh,
wait.
yeah,
This is
yeah.
perfect.
I wanted to wait. Yeah. So there you go. There's our kicker. Our sort of intro to get us pumped up. So JD, you can steal back the presentation if you want, or whoever was gonna share, and we'll get started.
Yeah, well, it
think
it says I'm still sharing, so I don't know if
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I
there
need
we
to-
go.
There you go. You should be back.
Cool.
Cool. Well, there you go. Welcome. So this world is set in the Forgotten Realms, sure, but it's a modified instance for us where the future has come, right? So we're kind of out of the fantasy world. The planets, the town, everything, life had become very modern, sort of where we're at today in present time. And I like to think that we all got greedy and just destroyed the planet as life tends to do. The Pantheon is gone. They stopped answering a long time ago. And as you know, kind of a classic story, biology fought back against the sentient beings who got greedy, right? So about 30 years ago, the bloom happened. And so the bloom is a mixture of fungus and disease that took over and spread like wildfire. So classic post-apocalyptic storyline where the world and all of its governments and cities and everything has fallen and changed into, you know, martial law and essentially just survival. So you guys, being level 3 adventurers, find yourself in a bar called The Last Call in a town set in Greyhaven. The Last Call, as you can see, is dingy, shitty. But you've got 2 happy-go-lucky bartenders, Harley and Marley, a couple patrons there. And what you probably know from some of the primers of the one shot, so we won't leave our viewer in too much suspense. But the mission, as you guys will come to find out, is essentially an escort. So there's a scientist who's going to show up soon, and she's got important information, an important package payload, right? So you will be assisting her along the way. I'd love to give you free choice, and certainly you can do whatever you want. But the plan is to help her out and move along. But again, it's Dungeons and Dragons. So if you
So what do
want
you guys think? Should we go somewhere else?
if you wanted to kill her, you could, and we'll pack up and go home. So, but
There's
that's
a better bar down the road. I think we could
Yeah.
probably head to.
I'll just figure it out on the fly.
the drinks are way cheaper.
So what we'll do is I'll read a little intro that I wrote in conjunction with some artificial intelligence. That's what the rumor is anyway. And then how we'll begin, you guys are sitting at a table. I should also mention that your adventurers that know each other, you are either from Greyhaven or just blowing through, kind of up to you, but you are familiar with the bar keep. You are familiar with one another. This is a place that you can come to enjoy, to get some stress relief and or get information, pick up missions to get some money, right? So it's a frequent hotspot in the city of Greyhaven. So that's what I'll give you now.
Quick question for Joe.
Yep.
Was that Greyhaven or Rayhaven?
Greyhaven. It should be.
Okay.
It sounded like you said Ray Haven to me as well.
Yeah. Okay. So it's gray, like the color.
Greyhaven. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Huge missed opportunity there. But
I mean,
we'll stick with-
change it.
we'll stick. Well, maybe it'll
I
lose.
mean,
the
really,
runner,
it's
as our
all
parties
downhill
want
from
to
the
do.
song, man. The song.
Yeah,
was,
it's true.
this is
We
gonna
can't-
get. True.
I totally agree. Totally agree. So
Way
what
to
we'll
set the
do
bar
is
way too high now, Joe.
it did. It did. Now you have me for 2 hours where you had to come up with your AI first. When I drop you or kind of drop the intro I'm reading, you guys will be here. You will have a few minutes to catch up, introduce yourselves to each, the patrons, do whatever right before the kind of main character busts through with her spiel. So you'll have a few minutes to do that. I will ask, would you like to introduce your characters in this setting to the viewer, or would you like to just do it in the game as role play? Like round robin. Hi, I'm Brad, and I am X.
I like that idea, I think.
Yeah. Okay. I'll call on you guys just to make it easier. So JD, why don't you go first? Character name, what you're playing.
Okay. I'm glad I'm going first. I'm the original. Wow.
Not true.
Just kidding. I am Cal. I am a ranger, beastmaster, and yeah, I mean, my trusty sidekick is my dog named Argos, who is a black and white Canaan hound. I think there will be an icon for him later. So, for the dog, I'm not sure if it's a boy or girl yet in my head, so we'll figure it out. Yeah, and that's it. I only go by Cal. I do not go by Calvin. So if there's any confusion with any other characters named Calvin, that is not my character. Yeah, and that's it.
Okay, so if Brad, if you wanted to go, now might be the time.
So my character was born first and was given his name first. His name is Calvin. He is a sturdy-looking, white-haired, of medium-length gentleman, human. He's usually got a scowl on his face, like you can see in the picture right there. He once you get him chatting, he'll talk to you about the pre-bloom times. And if any of you have ever been able to fact check him, you might notice that maybe they don't always line up. But he's been around a while. He might move a little slower at times, but as far as his class goes, we'll see that in game. Got a fun little reveal for that, but he's definitely older, but he's definitely solid build. A little gruff, and yeah, we'll get to know him as we go.
Awesome. Chris, I was gonna have you go next if you're there.
Yeah, sorry, my dog's getting into trouble, but I am
You're
here.
good.
So I am playing Wade, the artificer. I'm using the subclass, the reanimator from a recent release of Unearthed Arcana, and he also has an undead buddy named Frank. And Frank, it doesn't really show it in the picture, but he's got kind of like wires sticking out of him and like electrodes into his brain. And then I have a hat that lets me control him. Otherwise, he's just a zombie. And he's wearing a cloak and he's trying to act like he's human.
Does he wear a hat too that controls him, or your hat controls?
Yeah, I mean he's got a hood on, but the hat I'm wearing controls him. He's got a hood on, but if he takes the hood off, you just see like wires and electrodes in his brain.
Got it.
Cool. All right, and Eric, you may introduce your character.
Well, I think I have the easiest job of everybody because my name's Eric Rodriguez and I'm playing Eric Rodriguez, level 3 citizen. Started off as a actual haha, like what if I'd be playing if I actually did this? But then we actually said, okay, we're actually going to do it. So I'm playing myself in this setting. So not really a class, just kind of like a normal dude, just like hanging out. I will say the one benefit is I got my backstory on fucking lockdown because it's me. So, there we go.
How did you get to the Forgotten Realms?
Well, that's a great question. I don't know. Maybe it's time warp. Maybe it was like, well, let's be honest. I think we feel like we live in like a nightmare-fueled hellscape on most days these days. So I don't think it's really that far of a change. You know?
It's not a stretch, really, at all.
No, it's
Yeah, I
not.
mean,
This could absolutely happen.
Earth and the Forgotten Realms were once connected.
Oh, see, there we go.
So
There you
the
go.
reason why we call them the Forgotten Realms is because Earth forgot about them.
Yeah, nice.
I'm not making it up. That's
No,
that's the lore. That's real.
I love
That's
that.
a real lore dump.
That's
Well, I think in this
reality.
creation,
Hashtag real.
like we could kind of assume we're here in the time, right? Like we're past all that prior, like where we're typically playing in the time. The future has come and gone.
I will say I am a little more stressed out on this campaign because I don't want myself to get killed. So
Highest stakes possible.
that
The
and,
worst preview that can
and
happen.
we did make it so that like I'm just like a normal dude. So like there really isn't much to the character at all. So we're gonna see how
Yep.
this goes.
just a couple things. So
I mean, you
Um,
play guitar. You know a couple languages. You know,
That's true. It's
that's
true.
true.
Good.
That's true.
You're quite charismatic. You know,
Yep. Yeah. So I've got a master's in biology, and
nailed it.
that's all I really got. You know,
Are you proficient in anything?
biology? I
Bloom.
would hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Love it.
All right. Well, we'll get started. So, you guys find yourself in the last call. So we'll read the intro and we'll kick it off here. Spores fell like dust, blooming where they landed, on skin, on soil, in lungs. Civilization collapsed beneath the weight of something unkillable. Cities rotted, governments fell, and those who survived, they endure, scavenging what's left, trusting no one but the few who have not turned. Sorry. You are survivors, fighters, outcasts, wanderers, bound together not by loyalty, but by the simple fact that you're still here, still breathing, still resisting. Today, your path leads into the heat, into a memory of industry, into the forge. But first, like all desperate stories, it begins in a bar. Welcome to the last call, where the wind outside howls through the broken teeth of the city skyline. Acid rain drums lightly against boarded up windows. Faint red emergency lights flicker across cracked pavement. But inside the last call, it's warm, even if that warmth is mostly whiskey, old stinky, and lies. What used to be an Applebee's is now a refuge for people like you. People who have seen their fair share of horror, death, and unexplainable terrors. And so, this is where you find yourselves.
So Calvin leans on the table, gripping his what looks like water, but it's definitely got like a rust tint to it. And he looks at everyone. Cal, Eric, Wade. Yeah, this place, we used to call these kind of places drive bars back in my day, pre-Bloom. Yeah, they called it that because you could basically drive your car right into it, because it was pretty gross. But I
Right.
guess this is the best place we've got now.
Are you sure that's how it works, Calvin?
Drive bars.
Okay. Okay.
Believe me, I lived on that pre-Bloom Earth for long enough to know what it was called.
What did they call this kind of bar from your world, Eric?
Shipple.
Well, that fits.
Sounds about right.
And the funny thing about, and I look over at the old Applebee's sign that's kind of worn and broken. I'm like, it's maybe a drive bar now, but Applebee's used to sell apples and honey. They had beehives in the back. People would come here for those things. They would set up tables because sometimes people would eat the honey and eat the apples. Anyway, you've heard this story already.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Eric's definitely like rubbing his temple right now. Like, my God, what am I listening to?
Sounds like
you
the worst
hear-
time as it is.
You hear from behind the bar, So for those listening, there are two bartenders, one named Marley, who goes by Red, human redhead, female, and there is also a blue tiefling with red hair. Her name is Harley, and she goes
Crazy
by Blue.
that the ginger made a bunch of red-haired characters.
So you hear Harley just say, "Oh gosh, boys, are you telling stories again over there?" And she's kind of cleaning the bar, got a smile on her face.
Just educating the youths on how it used to be pre-bloom. You know.
Oh, I see. And she kind of laughs, and then you hear from a few feet away Marley say, "Apples and honey." Oh my gosh, what a riot! What a riot!
It's in the name.
And Cal just kind of rolls his eyes and looks at Harley and points down to his drink that's almost empty.
Oh yes, right. Coming up. Another one.
Yeah.
And she hustles over, drinking a beer or anything special, whiskey. What do you got?
Just whatever you got that's a little bit stronger than that radiated water.
And she
Let's
brings
call out,
over.
not spores, I guess.
That's okay. She sets down 4 glasses and a bottle of whiskey, and she says, "That rain's coming down hard tonight, so why don't you all drink up?"
Thank you.
Kindly.
Hey, Red, I got a question for you.
Yeah. Well, what do you got? What do you got there?
So I'm just kind of curious. I was just thinking to myself, I know this is like a biological outbreak. So like, how did the rain become acidic?
Well, there's rumors of some of the organizations. I don't know if I can get into it here. And then Harley says, you should keep your mouth shut, And the two bartenders are kind of bickering back and forth a little bit.
I'm not from this area originally, so I didn't know if there was like, a plant that went bad, or what the situation was. I'm from a place called Michigan originally, so I don't know if you're familiar with that region.
It sounds like a terrible place.
Oh yeah,
Michigan.
Yeah. The friends I used to pal around with too. Oh, pieces of work.
They sound terrible.
Oh, they were the worst. Yeah.
She pours you a refill and just says, "I understand that. Bad friends and goofy friends. I understand. Drink up, son."
Sounds terrible.
Cool. So at that moment, while you guys are telling stories, Eric is telling them of Michigan, which not many people have responded very kindly to. You see and hear a frantic person bust into the door and run up to this table and sit down, and she is panting. She has hair kind of all over her face, damp, has clearly been running. She has a backpack that is glowing blue and humming lately. Ooh. And she looks down over at you guys at the bar, back to you guys, and says, "I've got something everyone needs to see."
Is it that cool backpack?
That's part of it. What's your name again?
Safe?
Oh, it's safe, but draining. I think what I mean to say is we need to keep it safe, and we don't have a lot of time.
Okay.
What the hell is this?
Give me a persuasion check.
I'm going to go up to him you got to really talk nicely to this person, or she might
13.
get scared. And you can add a 1d4 from guidance.
Oh, okay.
I'm just mansplaining how to be nice to someone. That's gonna be guidance.
Cool. So I had a 13 without the guidance, and then so 14 with guidance.
Oh.
Well, it seems like your tone changed all of a sudden, and you're being nicer to me. So I'd like to give you some information. I can't say too much here, and you can see the patrons just don't give a shit. But Harley and Marley also inch closer too. I have not a lot of time. I have 24 hours to meet someone to help me get out of the city. because in my backpack I have. She looks over her shoulder one more time. She whispers really quietly, "I have an original strain of the bloom."
Ooh, I
Original.
would
I
very much
actually
like to
like
see that.
Oh,
I like put my
are you
hand
are you
where my
are you
gun
sure
is.
that's safe?
Actually, what are you planning to do with that?
Everyone give me like a perception check, basically. I think perception or investigation, whichever you prefer.
You're going to help me out here,
Ooh.
Joe.
Dirty 20.
Eric, you're a 19.
Ooh, let's go.
15 for investigation.
12.
I did perception. Dirty 20.
Okay. Eric and JD pick up that.
Who's JD?
Oh, sorry. Eric and Cal pick up that she's wearing like a broken and tattered and worn lab coat. Upon inspection, she's wearing and appears to be exactly like what you would imagine a real scientist to look like, albeit just a bit younger and maybe even a bit spunkier. But from appearances, you do understand that this looks like someone who does know what they're talking about. For the investigation check, because that was a pretty good roll, the backpack she has is a modified piece of tech that only someone with money, the know-how, and likely resources would be able to put together. It's not humming in such a fashion that it sounds like it's working efficiently. Would be the other nugget of information. I'll give you.
Gotcha. Did we get your? I'm sorry. Did we get a name from you yet, lady?
Oh my, I'm so sorry. It's Dr. Polly Suture.
What do you have a doctorate in, Dr. Polly?
Well, it's what I call myself, but I've been working on the bloom since I was born, basically.
Me too, actually. Well, I mean, I was born long before the bloom, but I've been, investigating, experimenting a little, if you will.
I see. What I'd love to know more about that and have a conversation, but and then she peers over her shoulder and she sees your like undead. Is your undead friend summoned right now?
Yeah. He's just hanging out, but he's trying to act like a human, and he's in a robe and is like kind of down.
Oh, okay.
So like maybe she can see him.
Well, let me see. No, she wouldn't notice him. Based on that, she kind of looks at you and is like, "I want to explore that. Definitely, it sounds so interesting, but I can't stress enough. I only have so much time. They are after me, and I am hoping there are some brave people here to help escort me to the drop off to the meeting point. I'm not good at this. I'm a scientist, damn it."
You're very trusting, Dr. Polly.
So when you say that, Marley and Harley walk up and they've been kind of listening the whole time, and they're like, "Oh, Polly, it's good to see you again. Oh my goodness, it's been years. Where have you been all this time?" And she kind of looks at you, Eric, and she just says, "I am trusting because that is the only way we can remain and that we can get through this. Because what I have is so immensely powerful that I have nothing to do but trust."
So I look at
Legitimately, a few
sorry.
of us in this case.
I look at Harley and Marley and go, "You can vouch for this woman."
She says, "Unequivocally, yes." And the other one at the exact same time. That's what Harley says. Marley also says, "Unequivocally, yes."
Yes,
I look at everyone and say, "That's all I need to know." But then I look up at Polly and say, "Other than what our payment is." And sorry, Brad, go.
I'll wait till she answers that about the payment.
Or until I know what you're offering for us to do this.
Yeah. So she says, "I don't have anything to give you now, but part of what I need is escort through the old CDC building. And I promise you from my time there is treasure items that are undescribable based on what we were able to put together in that time, and many of them still remain. So, if we survive, what I can promise you is I will lead you to things that I know you'll find useful, that you can either sell to the various factions, the Grey Watch, the Shush, if we survive any encounters with them. And I know how to get through there. So with your help, I could lead you to it.
Well,
that's
I'm
a
in.
bit. That's a big
Well-
if. Right in the city center.
A
If
fellow
you knew how to
scientist.
get in there, then why do you need someone like us? I don't know about this.
And you see she gets a little frustrated and she's looking at the door. And she says, "Because I'm a scientist, damn it." She like hits her fist on the table, but you can barely hear it because it's like so soft. And then she like smiles again and she's like, "Because I don't have the skills. That's why I'm here at the last call, because I know there are adventurers here."
Dr.
Well,
Polly.
And I'm also a scientist of myself. And yeah, I'm always happy to help out the science community. So no payment necessary for me, but if I could get a gander at that alpha strain, then that would be neat. But if not, that's fine.
Everyone give me a perception check.
Yeah, and
Brad,
then
you were
Calvin's
trying to
gonna.
say something, weren't you?
Yeah, go ahead. Get your comment in, but then I'll have you perception check as well.
I got an 8 perception.
Okay.
19.
17.
Eric got a 13. Go ahead, Calvin.
Then, so Calvin gets up and he like pushes himself up off what looks like maybe a repurposed golf club that has a lot more weights and little sharp things on it, but he's using it as a walking stick right now, and moves his way close to Dr. Polly, sticks out his hand. Pre-Bloom, we used to greet with a handshake, and he goes to give her a handshake.
Okay. So this is kind of happening simultaneously as she's reacting to the I
Yeah.
want to look at the strain, and she's kind of like dumbfounded by that, and then goes to shake your hand.
And he pulls her in a little bit.
Oh.
Oh no.
The center of dance control. Question.
Oh, that was
He
good.
says, she whispers very softly, "Disease, my friend. Disease control."
In Pre-Bloom, there was also a CDC where you danced, but you had to control it so it didn't get out of hand. Anyway,
With that, everyone who got over a 16 on your perception roll, I think it was Cal and who?
Wade.
Okay, you two hear faint footsteps from the front and side of the bar. So I will give you one round of reaction to do something.
Is it like a zombie shuffle sound or like
No,
People
intentional quiets. You can tell this is in like someone sentient and
Okay.
multiple someone's.
I'm gonna say, well, I think your adversaries are here. Maybe my ears are tingling.
Okay.
Yeah, and I just
Calvin. Sorry,
Much-
go ahead, JD.
like kind of like yeah, that's all.
And
Okay.
I also just say like Frank to arms, and then you see like Frank shuffle over. He was kind of off in the corner by himself, but now he shuffles over.
Okay. Cool.
He's hanging out with us now.
Okay.
Since-
That was everyone
Oh.
over. Yeah, the only people older like 15, I think, or 16 were able to react.
Oh,
So
sorry,
it
sorry,
was
okay.
just yeah. So right then, you see, from the front, this dwarf and 3 humans. Feel free to zoom in on those if you'd like. And then from the right, like through a window, 3 more folks come in. You see that they are wearing beanies and sweaters that say shush on them. They are oddly dressed. They have like 4 pairs of socks on their feet. They have like mittens all over, and they are being very quiet as they tiptoe into the bar. But they're like tiptoeing menacingly. So they don't look super nice, although they look sort of ridiculous. As
Should we
they
do-
bust in, oh, go ahead.
Can we do? What do we know about this organization, or should we do a history check to see what we know?
Everybody do a history check. We'll do it that way.
Can Frank do a history check?
No, he's undead.
18 for Wade.
Okay.
9.
2.
Okay. Citizen E has a 14. So, Citizen E and Wade, funny enough, Eric knows more about the shush than some of you. The shush, about 2 to 3 years after the initial bloom, essentially overthrew the government and took control. Their whole shtick is science and quiet will help us get through this, because obviously if you make noise, zombies will come. So their whole thing is we gotta be quiet, and they took that to the way extreme. But they were really that first wave of overthrowing governments, building shelters, creating quarantine zones, and reshaping what the world is today. I think that my people who rolled low know that the shush exists, know them almost in legend, because today, right? So fast forward to the current day, probably 25-ish years from the time where the shush took over, they operate more as a shadow government. The once bristling kind of quarantine zones are much more like the last call now. There's a few people left who are living out their days, but there's very few pockets of actual controlled government and or organizations, just because we're, the sentient life is failing in this war against the bloom. So that's what you guys know about the shush.
Dr. Polly, are these the people who have been pursuing you?
So you can see that she has taken 2 steps back, flipped a chair over, and is hiding behind it. And she's just nodding yes and not speaking. And as you say that, the dwarf comes up, and you can see these 3 shuffle behind this table, do the same thing, barricade to take cover. And this one here says in a very soft whisper, "It's time you give us the doctor."
It's time for you to meet Frank. And Frank is just like, "Meow."
He scares me not. And you see all of everyone else just put their finger up to their mouth and they say, "Shh, Frank, shh."
Creepy.
I hate shushers. Does Calvin have a moment to do something?
Yeah, unless you actually had Frank attacked. I think y'all are still negotiating.
Oh. Yeah, no, then I guess if they're not attacking us, then Frank is just, being Frank.
Yeah,
Calvin-
she was calling your bluff. Like if Frank didn't swipe, she's like, I'm not scared.
She should be.
Calvin turns around and actually moves towards Dr. Polly again. That's not usually how you end a handshake. And takes a knee and looks at her very seriously. Is that backpack worth protecting?
It's as close as we can get to synthesizing a cure.
You could finally cure Frank.
As you loudly say the word cure.
Oops.
Oh, sorry. I said, can I do an insight check?
Yeah. Go ahead.
On her, I got an 8.
As far as you know, she's genuine.
All right. Good enough for me. Calvin stands up, pulls something out of his pack, shakes it, takes a hit of an inhaler, and what you all see, and maybe you've seen it before, is he gets larger, and maybe not in like height, but like bulkier. You see veins start to run, or his veins start to pop out and turn black. His eyes, the
Jeez.
veins in his eyes start to get bigger and turn black. He starts to breathe deeper and deeper, and Calvin is raging now.
I love it.
Nice.
Wow.
Love
Nice.
it. Let me pull up his rage photo and get that in quick. La-dee-da.
I'm gonna turn to Harley and Marley and say, I think we should probably take some cover, and I'll try and hop behind the bar.
I think now's a good time to roll initiative.
Yeah,
Cool.
because I'm attacking. Yeah, the first.
Exactly. When you turn into this.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
nice.
Love it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's bad.
So we'll hide this and we'll throw him in.
Citizen Eric got a 5 for initiative.
I got
Okay.
a 4.
Wade and Frank got a 14.
I don't know
14.
if we're doing a fumble on a critical fail.
I'll have you
for
guys ask, or I'll ask you guys in just a second. Let me get my little list going.
Yep.
So, okay. I've got.
Yeah, and everything around Calvin gets black and white. It's really weird. Just like the picture.
All right. What
He
was your
doesn't see
guys'
red. He sees black
initiative?
and white.
14 for Calvin and Wade. I'm sorry, Wade and Frank.
14.
Everyone's named Calvin, right?
Yeah.
14 for Calvin.
Love it.
Also,
Okay.
I have a 15 dexterity. What's yours?
15.
Oh, yeah. So we just pick, right?
I think so.
All right, let me go
Rollies,
first.
rollies.
Rollies.
All right. Just a D20.
Sure.
13.
4. All right. I'm still.
Suck it, Cal.
Calvin.
Calvin.
Well,
Yeah,
see, I told you this is gonna be impossible.
I love it.
Cal critically failed, so either a fumble or with my +3, a 4.
What was Eric?
Citizen Eric got a 5.
Okay. Just 1 second here. We'll kick it off. How many of those do I have? Okay. You see Calvin rage. You see Frank go bananas, and this dwarf shush knight just pulls out a knife from on the side of her hip. It looks like a modified hunting knife that's all jagged and rusted, and kind of disgusting. And she just says, "Well then, I guess it's war." And just given where she's standing, she actually stabs the knife right into Frank.
Tries to.
Yep.
Thank you.
Can we not brush past the fact that you said shush night, right?
Knight. Yep.
Good.
Yep.
She's a shush knight. 19 to hit.
That hits.
So stabs it into Frank.
Stabs it into Frank. I
Frank,
shouldn't roll a
no.
d20 for damage.
Frank
'Cause
the
that would be
tank.
crazy.
Frank the tank.
Let's do this one. 8.
Jesus.
Yeah, the knights hit hard. The other knight puts this chair right in front of her, kneels down and pulls out what looks like a pistol at first, and then she takes a shot at Marley. And when you expect to hear the boom of a gun, what you hear is a little doop as a dart comes out. And that dart does strike true.
Marley, no.
Unfortunately.
What are Bits and Question Mark and Drymouth doing to all this? Just watching?
They are just watching and drinking. Yeah, they're very depressed patrons. They're really not excited about this whole thing. Marley takes a dart to the shoulder, and kind of cries out and says, Harley, we have to take cover, like Citizen Eric said. And she's bleeding down her right arm. Okay. Cool. Wade, you're up.
All right, so I'm going like what are the dimensions of this room here? Before I get
Yeah, that's a good question. Everyone's pretty fucking close.
okay. So if
I would
had
say 60 feet is like as far as this
from
goes.
like there
right?
to there is 60 feet.
Yeah, that's kind of what I think. Yeah.
So
yeah.
could I conceive that this is 20 feet?
Yeah, I think that's fair.
All right, so
You're gonna do something kind of nutty. So how about this?
it's not gonna be that nutty. Hey, wait, whoa,
There you go.
whoa.
DM powers, bitch.
All right. So can I get these people in the 20-foot square?
That'd be fine. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just gonna yell fire in the hole and like pull a pin and throw it, and it's a flashbang and it just pops, and they're just everyone around here kind of has ringing in their ears and is kind of like noticeably dazed, and they need to roll a 14 deck save or be fairy fired.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Cool.
We'll start with the knight. That actually matters. Let me look up her stat block quick. I've got it pulled up right here. Fail.
Boop.
CB4, fail. CB1, pass. CB2, fail. Knight 1, fail. So only one.
Oof.
Shush. Cultist is not fairy fired. Besides these
And
two.
then I'm gonna just say, "Get him, Frank! No biting," because we,
You guys do no
This is-
biting.
he's a zombie, so he doesn't. I don't want him to like infect other people. But he's gonna attack.
Love it.
And like, no biting.
Biting now, buddy.
All right. What's my spell attack modifier, which is +6. 14.
Damage? Oh,
No.
to hit.
To hit.
That hits.
Hooray!
Cool.
So she takes 1d4 +2 plus my intelligence modifier. 8 damage from Frank. Oh, I
Cool.
forgot. That was an advantage. Yeah, well, I didn't crit with the second one, so. And that's it from Wade and Frank.
Cool.
Good job,
Yeah.
Frank.
She goes to cry out, and then she just puts her hand in front of her mouth again. That's Frank. Is that your action to make him attack?
Bonus action. So my
Bonus
action
action,
was
so you're
Fairy
up.
Fire, and
Oh, yeah,
bonus
okay.
action was Frank.
Very good. So if you're done, it's Calvin.
All right. Can you remind me who got shot at? Sorry, I was trying
Marley.
Marley took a
to
dart.
Red.
Yeah.
Okay, Red got hit. Frank got hit, and then the one right in front of us is fairy fired.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah. Basically, everybody's fairy fired except CB5, 3, and 1.
Okay. Damn. Nice. So Calvin, and I'm sorry, Dr. Polly, that was probably very frightening to see him rage in this way. But he's breathing heavy. He looks deranged or like he's not fully there. And he turns around and steps towards that that shush person right there, shush knight. And he's dragging that, instead of using it as a walker, that golf club, that modified golf club, he's dragging it, and he goes and basically like comes around to bring it, and then smack this shish across the face.
Awesome. Cool. Go ahead, roll for damage.
And this is I'm using modify basically a great club for this.
Cool. Cool.
What a great club.
No, that's what mechanically I'm using.
Right,
24 to hit.
But it's club.
Jeez.
24, yeah, smash.
All right, yeah, rolled an 18. All right, so that does. Oh my gosh.
And this is your +1 weapon that I made you, right?
Oh, so 25 to hit. Yes, you made it +1. We established that. So that's 12. So 13 damage +2 rage damage. So 15 damage.
Damn.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah. She actually cries out this time. She doesn't go down, but you hear her yelp.
Oh, do I have advantage because of fairy fire too?
Yep.
You sure do.
Just to see if I get a
We'll
nat.
see if you hit that crit, bud.
For
Nope,
sure.
we're good.
Okay. Yep. Cool. Yeah, she cries out. I would think kind of easy pickings. You're menacing and huge. You're coming down and hitting her like right in the shoulder. And blowing hard right through, right? So she's bruised up and crying out for the first time in not a controlled whisper.
I thought you were supposed to be quiet.
Ow. So now you see and hear a bunch of kind of all at the same time, like guns loading and cocking, right? As the cultists all take aim and begin to fire. So just going down the line, CB4 will take a shot at. Is that really a clear shot? Yeah, she's a dwarf. She's going to take a shot at you, Calvin.
Yep.
20.
Yeah.
Okay. 7 damage.
So halved, right?
Yep.
3.
CB1 is going to do the same thing.
Okay.
10 to hit.
Nope.
Okay. CB2 is going to do the same thing. 14.
No.
Okay.
Wow.
And then CB3 is going to take a shot at Dr. Polly.
Oh no.
We're gonna give her a little bit of cover. So I'll reduce it by a few. Oh no, she hits. Yeah. Oh. Oh my lord. Okay. She hits and it is square, like in the chest. Like it is right on. A good shot kind of rips through that tattered laboratory coat, and she yelps out and says, "Oh my goodness, we have to! Why are we fighting? We should be on the same team!" Right? She's like frantic, but she takes a good hit. Sorry, to write that down. Okay. And then CB5. How tall? What's your race, Wade?
Gnome.
I think CB5 is also. I think CB5 is going to come around the corner here. Use this chair as a little bit of cover. Kind of look at Drymouth and Bits to see if they're going to react. They just sip their drinks. And he takes a shot at Red. And misses. Let's see if it hits Harley though. No. Okay. So those are all the cultists. We definitely skipped the Knight One's turn. No, she
Yeah.
shot, right? She just didn't move. I think she shot. So we're good there. Harley and Marley are gonna take their turn to like swan dive over the bar. Marley's they're gonna do this at disadvantage. She jumps over the bar and falls. Does not look cool or graceful whatsoever. Actually the same thing with Harley. So they both like try to like expertly dive over this bar, but they end up like tripping and kind of falling. Harley's actually laughing. She's like, "Oh goodness, sister, my goodness, this isn't the first time But Marley Red is not really responding because she actually got clipped, and it's a little bit less fun for her. Eric, up to you.
Citizen Eric's going to follow suit and try and just die behind the bar as well.
Cool. When you get back there, roll an investigation, if you will.
Okay. Do I need to roll to get over there, or just kind of like whoop?
Yeah. Good call. Athletics, just to see what it looks like. I mean, outside of a natural 1, you're going to do it, but let's see how it goes.
It's a 6, so not pretty.
You also, in the exact same way, like, try to dive over in one motion and trip and fall. So give me an investigation at disadvantage.
Oh, disadvantage. Okay. 2.
Oh no.
Yep, just a normal bar back there.
Okay.
You have an
As a-
action if you want, but
Yes. As I like follow them and dive behind the bar, I'm gonna like awkwardly kind of like sprawl out and just like kind of sit there, and I'll look at them like, us bartenders gotta stick together, guys. I'm gonna pull out my slingshot from my backpack.
cool.
And I'm gonna stick up and I'm gonna just try and take a shot at somebody. I guess I'll aim at CB5. I think it'd probably be the one I would target first.
Yeah, cool.
That's a natural 20.
Oh my gosh,
Oh!
that's amazing.
Citizen Air gonna crit.
I mean, let's not get too excited. It's a D4. Like, we're not gonna be like.
Rizzle in the house. Let's go.
Are you actually that good at slingshots?
I have 2 slingshots.
Okay.
Not on me currently, but I do actually have them. And I rolled a 1, so it's 2 damage.
CB5, it's hit. Where do you think this hits?
Right in
it's
his
a
eye.
crit.
Right in
Yeah.
the eyeball.
So you hear him also cry out in a non-controlled whisper, and then he kind of like recovers a little bit, and tries to just like get that out of his eye.
And there's more where that came from too.
And he kind of does the like reloads his dart and clicks the gun hammer back, even though it's not his turn, but that's how
And
he
I'm gonna-
responds.
Duck back down.
Cool. Cal, you're up.
All right. I mean, it already happened, but just for the RP of it, I want to say Cal like aggressively steps forward as Red gets shot at and like, Red, get your ass behind the bar now. And kind of also steps over to Dr. Polly now that she got shot. And he had his pistol in his hand, but he's actually going to reach back and pull out what looks like a potato gun type thing.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And I'm going to cast Hail of Thorns before I do my ranged attack on CB5. So then
Cool.
So yeah, I'm using my like potato, and what you see is it looks like it just has a like a can, like canned soup, but inside this can is like nails and screws and stuff like that. So it's
Nice.
That is awesome.
Yeah, so this is my Hail of Thorns attack. So I will shoot with my gun. And that's a 15.
Hits. Yep.
Okay. So I start off with my 1d10, like my normal damage. So like 10 damage total to start.
Okay.
And then they have to make I'm going to roll another d10, which is a 7, and they have to do a dex save. Otherwise, they take the 7 or they take half damage. Anyone within 5 feet of them. So I don't know if that would be Bits and that Dry Mouth, or if they're far enough away.
Ooh, I think we'll say Bits, but not the other one.
Okay.
Roll a dex.
Yeah, and my save DC is 13, so dex of 13
Fail.
for CB5 or for Bits.
For 5. We'll do Bits here shortly.
Okay, so that's 17 damage all day to CB5 for me.
All right, tell me what it looks like as this potato gun blows right through this cultist fatally.
Yeah, I originally thought it would be like a one-shot shotgun, but I kind of the same effect, just like these pieces of metal. And I would like to think that maybe this is something that Wade has, like, I have these things like attached to my back, so I can just like pull them and go thunk, and kind of like
Cool.
toss it.
Yep.
And or maybe it's more like the can shoots off and I have to pull another can off. I don't know, something like that. Like a
Cool.
one-shot gun sort of thing. And yeah, it just like it is grisly, man. It is like shrapnel and nails just like tearing through this assailant and like splattering blood on the wall and some getting caught and well, just kind of gruesome.
Awesome. Yeah. So these two are actually like older, lanky, skinny drow.
Okay.
So that's what you see go down in just a hail of things. Nails, shrapnel.
Thorn like metal.
Yeah, it's louder than it should be. It's disgusting. But again, dry mouth is kind of like dusting his pants off a bit. Bits passes the check. So no, she takes a little bit of damage, and she just slams her beer down and shakes her head. And Bits just says, oh, "My goodness, can we have any peace ever?" And just kind of looks annoyed, even though her legs are maybe bleeding just a little bit from where the shrapnel hit.
I will say nothing happens, but I let out a sharp whistle to end my turn.
Cool. Okay. Cool.
I was wondering where your pet was.
So everybody went, right? So we'll hit top of the order. So night one goes. And night one is going to take a stab at Calvin. 14.
Miss 16.
That's a no. So she is now going to take with kind of a slick maneuver another knife out of another hidden part of her kind of disgusting sweater that says shush. And that's gonna be 17 to hit.
All right, fine. I shouldn't have told you it was 16. Yep.
We're not faking it over here. 8 damage, so halves to 4.
Cool.
So she's going to, first one's actually like a stab. She's going to get and hoping for really good purchase, but whiffs. And when I'm saying going, like she's like at your legs because she's a dwarf. And then in one motion, kind of as an overcorrection, but a little bit sleeker this time, she grabs the knife off of, let's say, like the left side of her with her left hand and brings it up this way and is able to make a scratch. But not something you even notice in your raging, hulking form. Knight number one opens her mouth loud and large and says, "Let us end this and just surrender. Give us the scientist." And then she takes a shot at Cal this time.
All
right. That's a miss, under 10. She quickly reloads, takes another one, 15.
That does hit.
Okay, that hits. Wow, damn. 8 total damage with the start.
All right.
So we'll say that she hits you maybe like around the thigh.
Okay.
And you didn't really think that was possible because you're behind-ish a table, sort of. There's a lot of chaos. But this first start whiffs past your shoulder. So you get a little, sigh of relief, and then you feel a sting on your thigh all of a sudden, very quickly after. Cool. Those are the knights. So that puts Wade back up.
All right. So I'm gonna pull this gadget out of my backpack, right? And it looks like a kind of like a bell, like a convex thing. And it has you see me hit play on like an old CD Walkman. And it just starts playing Metallica's For Whom the Bell Tolls.
That's awesome.
Really loud and very directed at this person here. And I'm casting Toll the Dead. So
amazing.
Yes.
Amazing flavor.
So Wisdom 14 save.
Okay. Oh, there's no way. I don't think they're very wise. 13. So failure.
Boom. All right.
Which one again? Can you give me the little highlight on it? Yeah. Cool. Okay.
For 5 damage.
Really think about
Hello?
the 5 damage.
She's alive.
12.
Oh.
Oh, man.
Oh, you're laughing because she died.
I would have loved it if someone died from listening to Metallica.
It's close. I was gonna give it to you, but I'm not.
All right. Well, Frank will finish her off. You got it, Frank. Here we go. 22.
Oh yeah, yeah.
7. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry. 9 points of damage from Frank.
Yep. So talk to me about how audibly it frightens her, and then into a blow from Frank that is fatal.
So her ears are bleeding, right? Like she's just like can't take it. And then Frank just like claws at her face and like kind of claws it off and kind of looks at me like bite, but like he can't talk, but he just says like a face that says, I really want to eat this. Can I eat her brains? I'm like, no, Frank.
I think because that was so loud, I'm gonna have you. Oh, I didn't tell you about the mechanic yet either.
It was
Okay.
very directed.
Yeah.
So like we could all hear it, but like if I'm pointing this thing at you, then it's like real intense.
We're gonna do two things. I'm gonna have you roll a d20. Or a percentage die, whatever you prefer. If you have one right there. I'm also gonna tell you about the mechanic.
Okay.
Everyone is gonna have what we're calling bloom counters. 6 bloom counters is fatal.
Oh.
Nothing has triggered a bloom counter yet. And every bloom counter you get, think of it as the progression of a disease. Negative things will happen to you.
Dang,
And 6 is fatal. But just know that we'll be bloom counting as we go potentially.
Is there any kind of way to remove a bloom count?
There is. Yep.
Okay. We just don't know it yet, or
Yeah, I mean, you'll figure it out in game, potentially through
Okay.
conversation, investigation, things like that. Yeah, but for you guys to know, yeah, it is not permanent.
okay.
Unless 6 and you die.
Can enemies get bloom? Like, can that be one of Frank's perks that he can bloom people? It's a lot more for you to track, so maybe it's silly.
I mean, I'll just make you track it. Yeah, he can bloom people.
Great.
Sure.
But does it turn him into a zombie? Because that's we don't want.
Eventually, yeah, if they get 6.
Oh, we'll have to just set him on fire or something when we kill him.
All right.
We couldn't remember about the burning gloves, so I don't know how easy
yeah.
we're going to be able to do this.
All right. So, what'd you get on your? Did you roll percentage die or d20?
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to roll. 90 even.
Okay. All right. The audio blast was very targeted and didn't really go outside the last call too much.
Okay.
So good news there. Is that your turn, Wade?
That's it for Wade.
Okay.
And Frank. Don't forget about
puts
Frank.
Calvin up. I didn't. I did, but I didn't mean to. Yeah. Frank and Wade.
A very important part of the character.
Yep. Yeah.
Have you guys seen? I'm sorry to interrupt, but have you seen Shaun of the Dead?
Yeah.
I'm picturing that's our relationship. Is at the end where like the one guy's a zombie and they're playing video games.
Yeah.
That's kind of our relationship.
I love that.
It's wonderful.
Cool.
All right. Calvin sees the one drop in front of him, and he walks towards CB4. I would say menacingly, eyes focused. He the club goes back down as he kind of drags it, and he doesn't walk over the body. He walks through the body, like if you were to walk through a pillow and it flops to the side, kind of.
Yeah,
that's what he does. No regard for anything around him. And his CD4 is affected by fairy fire, correct?
Yeah, only one is not.
And
These guys are all fairy fired here.
Yeah, number 1 is okay.
Yeah.
All right. So again, takes a big from the ground as he's dragging it. Takes a big swing at that one with his club.
Okay. Go ahead and swing.
And then I rolled a 19 with advantage. Okay, so 25 to hit.
Oh yeah, smash.
And that is 9, 10, 12 bludgeoning damage.
Woo! Okay, yeah, crunch. This shush guy did not see this coming, and is actually a little bit frightened of you. But you make great purchase. Are you coming down kind of overhead?
In this, yeah, dragging
Yeah,
it down and coming, swinging it
I
around.
think you clip the side of his head, shoulder, and kind of drag it down, the side of his arm. And again, he yelps out in pain, but very controlled and much calmer than he should. And you can see blood kind of splatter your face and kind of go with the motion of the club, right? So kind of disgusting. Cool. Anything else?
No.
Awesome. That puts our cultists up. So 4 is going to, in retaliation, drop his dart gun and pull out one of those serrated, modified hunting knives. And he's going to whiff, just whiff real nice and hard. Does not hit you. CB1 is going to take a step back and take a shot with the gun at you. That's going to be a 15, which I believe misses you. Yeah.
Yep, miss.
Let's put that dice in dice jail, huh? That's going to be a dirty 20.
Yep.
So dart incoming for 7 damage. So it's going to be, I think, reduced down to what, 9 again? Or I'm sorry, 3. CB1 is going to take a shot and miss. And then CB3 is going to run over and begin some manual or some melee combat with Cal.
Oh no.
Yep, he's Russian, yeah. That is going to be a 15.
Okay, that hits. For the record, so Hail Thorns is concentration. I forgot to roll, but I did pass that first concentration check. We'll see what happens here. I'll just roll this now as you roll damage.
Yeah, okay.
I got 10, so I do pass this concentration.
Nice. Okay. 4 total damage.
Okay.
That is it for the cultists.
Cool. So that comes to, is it
Yeah,
me
good
or-
call. It's actually Harley and Marley.
and then Eric and then me, yeah.
Yep. So Marley's going to stay crouched and slide over to this cabinet here, and kind of like punch it open. And as it does break open, you see a shotgun, Eric, and it looks to be a bit modified. And she grabs it, and as her action, she's intending to throw it to one of you. So she says, Harley, Eric, which one? And she kind of holds it up in the air.
Yeah, give it to Harley. I got my slingshot. And we'll hold it up.
Perfect. So she,
That's a good point.
as her
Good
action, she tosses it up in the air, and Harley catches it, and you see this blue tiefling just fucking beaming. And for her turn, let's roll athletics. Much better this time. She actually slides over the bar in a pretty cool fashion, and she says, "Silence this motherfucker!" And she shoots the shotgun, and we're gonna give her advantage because it's a shotgun.
I'm just thinking of like Gears of War or Mass Effect when you like are getting caught in the cover system and like you go over once and then you go over again without meaning.
Yeah.
Like she just jumped over and then jumped back again. You're like, oh no, that's not what I want.
Just so you know, she ends up doing it's one of those double barrel shotguns that actually has 2 triggers. And it's a shorter barrel, so it appears to be modified. So she walks up, hops over the bar, looks pretty fucking cool while doing it, says that to the cultist, and hits both triggers at the same time.
Ooh.
Happened to roll 2d8, one for each barrel. They both landed on 7. I gave the gun a +1, so she ends up doing 16 damage.
Damn.
He is alive, but I think the way this works is it legitimately blew off a fucking leg. So he goes down and he is screaming, not as loud as you think he should, because he is a shush. But he goes to the ground and he's just like clutching his knife in one hand and his dark gun in the other. And he's not dead, but he looks fucking rough.
Yeah.
But that's gonna be Harley and Marley's turn. That puts Eric up.
Okie dokie. Citizen Eric is going to pop up from behind the bar, and he's going to lean out, and he's going to take a look at, I think, KT1's still up and moving around over there, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So he's going to just lean up from behind the bar and go like, "Hey, shush! You look really unkempt and dirty, man. Take a shower." And I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery on him.
Yeah.
Amazing. What's the save?
Wisdom saving throw. I don't know what my spell save DC is. I'm sure it's not great.
It'd be like an 8 or a 10, right? If you have all 10s,
I think it's just 10,
You're
right?
all 10s?
Yeah.
I'm a citizen.
Yeah, but you're not a 10 in
You're a level
everything.
3 citizen.
Level
Don't worry
3.
about it. I shouldn't have said anything. It's a tie, and tie goes to the roller, so it does it does move forward.
All right.
Damn.
So a whopping 3 psychic damage as their psyche's bruised from that vicious mockery. And disadvantage on their next attack roll.
Very cool. Okay. So you see her just kind of like try to shrug that off and honestly look a little bit hurt about being called out for not looking, very, very nice today.
Also, you kind of look like a dude. And
She's just very sad. This.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I was zooming in. And
oh yeah, nice.
I was like, "What is happening?"
I mean, I get it. She doesn't look that great, but she's
I like
sad.
how they took the time to make like specialized custom sweaters
Yeah.
for their group.
for their little cult.
I mean,
It's
the
pretty
branding's
good.
on point. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a lot of downtime in the shush community. It's a quiet activity.
That's right.
It
They
is.
crocheted them, right? Because it's quiet.
That's it
So
for Citizen Eric.
amazing. A good turn. Citizen E. And that puts Kala.
All right. So Joe, I guess this is where. So I let out that sharp whistle, and now my friend would come join us. I don't know. I was imagining that, and like again, you tell me, like that I would have, like I have the spell alarm, but I'm gonna kind of just use it as the dog as my alarm kind of thing. Like,
Cool.
and so my idea is that when we're in the bar, the dog maybe was outside, and when I heard those things, maybe the dog just let out a sharp noise where I was like, oh, something is
Yeah.
but I don't know if that's OP to be like, oh yeah, my dog's close enough to jump in through the window or the door and attack someone right now.
No, I think that's fine. I think that makes total sense, actually.
Okay.
I mean, thematically, you guys are familiar with this place, and I think you'd have no problem actually leaving the dog to wander outside, take a piss on the wall, and then if you need to, call him in or her.
And so that's where that whistle, like Argos, would come in. I don't know if they would come in through the door or like if they would know there's shit going. Yeah, probably.
I'm thinking here, unless for whatever reason you think there was a window here where the other one's broke in, so you can tell me if you think it came in right through the front or through the window here.
Maybe front door would be great.
Okay.
So do you think it could get to so the beasts, it's 40 feet movement, I want to say. Yeah, speed 40. So do you think they could get next to Calvin and CB4?
Yeah, I think so. I think that makes sense.
Okay. So yeah, runs ahead in it's going to do its maul attack, and this is its attack is my bonus action.
Okay.
So where is the maul attack? Melee. Okay. One target hit. Oh, spell attack modifier to hit. Sorry, I've never had a pet before, so I got to figure this out.
No worries.
So that's a 19, so actually a 24.
Oh yeah, hit. Let's go.
Okay, and then because it moved more than or at least 20 feet, it's going to add an extra d6 for its ability. That's what is that ability called? It's just called charge. If the beast moves at least 20 feet straight toward a target and then hits it with maul attack, it takes 1d6 damage, and then it must succeed on a strength or be knocked prone. Okay.
Cool.
So 1d8.
Okay.
So that's 6 plus 2, so that's 8 plus my proficiency bonus is 2.
If you're already at 8 damage, that is
Yeah.
fatal. So you can describe how your bestest friend jumps up and fatally attacks cultist number 4.
Yeah, so I want to say and there's Argos, which Joe and Joe was like, well, I have to use that one. I sent him a picture from the Purina website. I just did Google image search, and I was like, oh wait, they must be using AI because it does not have a tail on it. And I said another way. He's like, nope, we're going tailless. Sorry.
Yep, tailless.
That could just be behind the leg. You don't know.
Yeah.
That's true.
So I would imagine that Calvin just swung and then got hit, and then I let out this sharp whistle just right before that, and Argos kind of just darts in and does that sort of police attack jump at CB4, seeing this thing attack part of our group, and just catches his throat or something, right? Like how they're trying to catch up at the throat.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm picturing too. It just rips that throat apart, so blood squirting everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. And then just sort of lands on their feet and looks around to see. And then for me, I look at KT1. I said, well, fuck your surrender. That was your last chance to keep things quiet. And I take out my hand axe and I try and just bring it down right in the face of CB3, who is prone.
Oh, go ahead, roll an advantage.
Okay. Natural 20 with my first one.
Does it get better than that?
Yeah. I mean, no need to even roll unless you want to, but this crit, you obliterate said cultist. So you can describe how that happens if you'd like. But yeah, you absolutely obliterate what's left of cultist number 3.
Yeah, again, Grizzly, he starts screaming and I bring my hand axe down and it actually the blade goes where the mouth is open, across, and just sort of we hear the thunk of it going into the floor, and I'm just oh, and I pull it out. And that's my turn.
Damn, cool. Awesome. Yeah, so it's top of the round, right? So KT1 cries out, but again in a whisper, it just says, oh, what have you done? The gravity of your decisions. I can't my team, she's just kind of desperate. And she's going to run up, again, drop her gun and pull out her hunting knife that she has and approach and come swing at you, Cal.
Okay.
So the first attack's going to be at disadvantage because of Citizen Eric. That's going to be, I roll the same number for each die. 17 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Yeah. Okay.
And I make my concentration, so I still have Hail of Thorns.
Oh, damn. Nice. So that first hits 8 damage.
Okay.
She's gonna come back and swing again. 13.
That's tied, so it hits.
Oh wow. Okay. That's gonna be 5 damage.
Ooh.
So she's and she's moving her mouth as if she's screaming, but just not saying anything.
Okay.
and as she kind of swipes twice at you with the knife.
Yeah, she cuts pretty deep with both of those, and I'm like, oh, and I stumble a little bit.
Gotcha. Cool. Okay, that's her turn. So that puts Wade up.
All right, so I'm gonna reach into my bag, and it's shocking. Like this is
And
not
Frank.
Well, yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you,
And
Calvin. But it's like kind of shocking how much shit he can fit in this backpack. But he pulls out a heavily modified fire extinguisher
Oh,
and points it at KT1 here. And this like intense stream of the like fire extinguisher fluid
yeah.
just flies out at her, and we'll see if it hits. 14.
Was that KT1?
Yeah.
Yeah, hits.
Sweet.
All
So
right.
she is affected by a ray of frost.
Cool. Love
Nice.
that.
4 damage, and her movement speed 4 cold damage because she got a little frostbitten from the fire extinguisher, which
Love
I
it.
googled, and apparently that can happen. Yeah, 4 damage, and movement decreased by 10 feet until the start of my next turn. So that's her.
Okay.
And then Frank just like lunges at her over the table, just crazy zombie things.
Cool.
Oh my God! I rolled a natural 20 and a 1
Oh,
at
Damn.
advantage. Okay, so 2d4.
Advantage is helpful.
Advantage is a good thing. I like advantage. 2d4 plus 2. So 6, 7, 8, 12 points of damage of necrotic style as Frank
Damn.
just like being all clawy and zombie like.
I'm also going to have her roll Constitution save for your bloom.
Oh.
She does fail. So you see Frank menacingly, almost taking cue from the dog, like pretty much using all 4 limbs, running, jumping over almost through the table and clawing at KT1, making purchase, digging out flesh and poorly crocheted sweater. Instead of saying shush, now it just says hush because she he clawed through one of the S's. And
I just realized her shirt says "sush."
the sush.
yeah. It's AI. It doesn't do great.
It's not the best spellers.
Now it just says
AI.
oosh.
Love it.
That's amazing. So that happens. And amidst all of it, you can see that any open wound she has instantly starts to fester a little bit.
Ooh.
And she lets out a cough, a very quiet and controlled cough, given the nature of what she believes. But she is coughing as she does suffer a bit of bloom infection there.
What a cool mechanic.
Yeah, buddy.
I like it.
So she got the bloom. Cool. So that was Wade and Frank, which puts Calvin up.
Calvin, you've all seen when he's in this state, he doesn't talk. He's very focused. He is rage incarnate, and he starts to step through CB4 again, like the other one to get to CB2. He grabs the table and throws it, basically just pushes it, but it goes way further than you think it should to make room. But he does pause and looks at the dog and goes, "Thanks, doggy. Go help your master." And then you see he takes another hit of this inhaler, and he goes into a frenzy and attacks recklessly. So louder scream, the veins bulge a little bit, especially in his arms as he's coming to take this club kind of swipe style upward into CB2. and he gets advantage already, but he wants to do
Mhm.
extra damage. So
I
he is
love it.
going to. He's trying to take this thing's head off.
Cool.
So with advantage, it's a 20, dirty 20.
Dang, yeah, absolutely hit.
Okay. Man, I hit a 12, 13, 14, plus 2d6. 14 plus 2d6. Where is it? Oh no. How do I just roll just do it over here. That's 20 bludgeoning damage.
Dang.
So you must have, or Calvin must have read a comic called The Skull Crushers. It was a story from long ago.
Pre-bloom.
Pre-bloom, long time ago. Kids love the stories, even though they're gruesome. They love to talk about it. Reading it from their parents' comic graphic novel collection, and you do your best Skull Crusher impression. You choke up on the club. You come up and down and go right through. And there is brains, blood, sinew, fluid explode out of this cultist's head as you see his body go go limp as his limbs just give out. He goes limp. His arms fall off too. It's crazy. But you essentially one shot as good as a Skull Crusher impression as you've ever given to CB2. In response to this, and on their turn, unless you have anything else to do.
Just like Bron from the comics.
Let's go.
Bro.
You see CB1 instantly drop their gun, hold back, vomit, and put up another hand like no. And does nothing. Also gets on his knees. That will be CB1's turn, which would put Harley and Marley up. Harley is going to grab the shotgun and flip it around, and kind of laugh and look at you, Cal, and say, "Well, that was kind of a one-trick pony." And then hit the butt end of the shotgun to KT1, because there is no ammo left in it. And she makes contact, but not enough to do anything.
Okay.
It's just kind of more of a distraction, we'll say, based on that. Red is going to continue digging through the drawers. You can't really make out what she's doing necessarily, but that's going to be her turn. Which puts Citizen Erica.
I'm going to pop up, take my handy dandy slingshot, and aim it at KT1.
Okay. Let's do it.
Advantage?
Yeah, given the situation, absolutely.
And fairy fire.
And fairy fire.
Right. 13.
Or the flashbang.
That hits.
Yes.
I like that the fairy fire was a flashbang. That was awesome.
So Citizen Eric's going to pop up from behind the bar, take aim with the slingshot, and say, "Ush this," and it's like for three piercing.
Okay, cool. This also inexplicably hits her in the eye, just like the other ones. That seems to be where your slingshots are going. Still on her feet, but now she's like, just get hit with the shotgun, slicing up Cal, and now is trying to blink the rocks out of her eye a little bit.
Okay.
So cool, nice. And we end with Cal.
Okay. Would you say that an Argos can get to KT1 with 40 feet?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. And would you say that's at least 20 feet between them to get the charge attack thing too, or no?
I think the whole bar is about 60. So I think 40 makes sense.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's just when they attack, if it's at least 20 feet of movement first, then they get the bonus.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So I I let out kind of a grunt and a little bit of a cry, and I think that immediately catches Argos's attention, and they just dart across the room and kind of do the same thing, like run and try and jump and just bear down on
Nice.
KT1, seeing their master sort of being sliced up here.
Cool.
So again, that's spell attack modifier. Okay. So that's a 14.
That hits.
Okay. All right. So 14, and then
Turns out it's easy to bite through a crocheted sweater.
I guess so. Okay. So that starts off with 8 damage.
Whew. Still standing, but not.
But then I
Not
get an
happy
extra
about it.
1d6.
Okay, let's see.
2.
That's enough. That's fatal.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, same thing. Except I guess coming from behind, maybe doesn't rip out throat, but sort of like jumps on from behind, and she's so surprised that she gets brought to the ground, and he is the attack is called maul, so he's just mauling.
Yeah.
Protecting, because
I
now I'll
like
say
it.
it's he. Good boy.
Unfortunately, though, I'm going to ask for the goodest boy to make a con save.
No.
Not I am legend.
Goes both way, bitches.
Ooh, 17 without a modifier.
Oh yeah, that's a save. Okay, so yeah, we're biting and kind of ripping out the back of the neck and causing this fatal damage. None of that area you can tell has any infection on it.
Oh, because yep, that makes sense now. That's okay, sorry.
So we're at the top of the round. I will say this: we can drop combat because cultist number 1 is in a kneeling and white flag position. But if that's not your style, we can continue in the rounds and give you guys actions in that way. I will
Execution by slingshot.
Yeah,
Raging
I will
Calvin.
yield to you all. It would be Wade and Frank and Calvin first to act in that order. But if you want to drop it and kind of surround them, you tell me what you guys want to do.
You all would know that Raged Calvin's not stopping until it's over. So if you all want to, if Wade and Frank want to act before me, I'm definitely swinging on them. So
Frank at the sight of brains just runs over and eats brains that are just splattered all over the ground. And I'm just like, oh, Frank, fine, enjoy your dessert. That's all he'll do.
Okay.
now,
And if you're not stopping Calvin, I think it makes sense that you would walk up and swing.
yeah, if no one's stopping me, I'm definitely doing it.
You may do so at advantage.
Oh, I'm going frenzied reckless anyway.
Okay, cool.
I rolled a 19, so 25 to hit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's it.
And then the normal damage is 13 plus 1, 14 plus 2 for raging is 16 plus the 2d6, which is a 6 and a 5. So
Fatal.
Wow.
does the same thing. Great club over his head, comes down on him as he's breathing hard, and those black veins are bulging out of his forearms. And I'm gonna roll a d20 because Raging Calvin sees a zombie near him, right?
Sure does.
Yeah, but you've probably seen him before. We're friends.
All right, I'll give myself advantage then. All right. Yeah, I rolled a 14.
Love
so he doesn't attack him.
I love it. I love it. Cool. With all cultists taken care of, combat drops. You guys are free to act, free to ask questions, free to react. So I'll give you a second to do so before any of my characters speak.
Can you just put non-raging Calvin back on the board? After a couple minutes, I turn back into what you saw at the beginning.
After reassuring Argos, even though I am bleeding from my cuts, I walk over and I'm like, Red, are you all right? Checking up on Red.
And what you see is she was searching through the cabinets, and she says, yes, lad, I'm glad I kept these. And she pulls out 3 healing kits, like exactly as you're picturing. Big red white cross on them.
Cool.
She has opened one and patched herself up, but there are 2 unused healing kits, which oddly enough function very similar to a health potion in D&D 5e. So
He's like, may I?
Oh, please, here. And she hands you both of those. Cool.
Calvin, after, I don't know, maybe 6 seconds randomly, starts to fade from his rage. Color comes back into his veins, stop bulging. His eyes turn a normal white, red, blue color. And he starts to use that club as a cane again and starts to saunter, I guess, towards the others. And approaches Dr. Polly, and depending on what other people are saying, is like, well, I hope that was worth it. My club got dirty.
You notice Dr. Polly is also patching herself up. She took a nice little dart shot. She's not going to respond right away as she's kind of finishing that action. So I'll let anyone else respond if they want to, but if not, she'll certainly chime in.
So I'm going to reach into my bag and pull out what is quite clearly a stun baton. And I'm going to hit Frank with it. And he like yells out because he's getting like electrocuted. But it actually heals him. So I'll just hit him a couple of times with that to top him off.
That's awesome. First of all.
Yeah, he gets healed by lightning damage.
Oh, that's
so while that's happening, Dr. Polly, as she's patching herself up, will look at you, Calvin, and say, most certainly worth it, because I think those were the only ones tailing me now. So we've got a minute to plan and discuss our next moves, assuming you still want to help.
Yes, of course. That's.
You said it was important. And
now it's personal.
Do you know why they were after the virus thing?
She looks down. She looks up. I do.
Would you like to tell us?
I mean, if you want to hear, roll persuasion, you both.
We deserve to hear. And I kind of stand up and hold my great club up a little bit more. So to
Natural 20.
intimidate. Oh, never mind.
Oh, okay. So we'll say that in your, first, your appearance, Dr. Polly wasn't thrilled, right? You're smashing
You call it
beer.
Eric ugly?
You look a certain way. No, he just doesn't look like someone who respects the science.
Apparently from AI,
He is a
I'm weird,
scientist.
so
Yeah, you're weird.
I'm weird. I'm just a weird guy.
But she's so
I'm sorry.
thankful, and the way you said it was so reassuring and calm. And she just says, "Yeah, I think you guys deserve to know. I was born of 2 scientists who worked for the CDC, not the dancing one, and
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
the only life I've ever known. So I was born to it. Recently after I was born, the bloom came. So it's again something all I've ever known was science experimentation and this world. And I've heard the stories and the fun and like there's a sign that says Applebee's. I want to know what that's about. I digress. I'm so sorry.
It's really not as good as
I
you
can
would
tell
think.
you.
I'll take your word for it. But the shush took over, and they experimented on our experiments. We were hoping to find a cure. We had original strands that we worked on and noted and did all of these things, and we got closer and closer to an answer. But the shush quickly took over, and it became very apparent that joining them was the only way to continue scientific research. But I am ashamed to say that research was never intended to be used for the betterment of our world. It is in their best interest, and she kind of sighs and says, to not return to a time of peace. And that's why I defected from the shush and I stole the only, well, potentially the only sample left with enough information as well. And she kind of pulls out a notebook that can synthesize a cure.
So are the shush like ex-CDC personnel?
Oh, they're the government. Or so they
Some
say.
are,
The
Some-
dancing government.
some left the CDC, some gained power by being a brute in this world, and the shush
Hmm.
don't want to give that control up.
Interesting. Well, what's the next step? How do we help?
And as you say that, you hear, well, I guess everyone give me a perception check.
Including Frank.
Sure.
He's got eyes.
Not good.
Nah,
9.
6 from Wade. Oh. Uh,
Oh no, 2.
15 from Frank.
Oh no.
Okay. Frank is stunned, but because he got electrocuted by the baton. But during your conversation, he's been slowly like making his way over and is pointing at her backpack. So you say, "What are the next steps?" And she starts her monologue about how we need to get to the CDC to get to the roof. Essentially, there's a pilot meeting her there in 24 hours.
Okay.
And as this monologue is continuing, that's the ask. Frank is getting closer and pointing to the backpack.
I'm gonna look at what he's pointing at. Like investigate, maybe.
Yep, go ahead and investigate. You can do it at advantage if you want.
Ooh. Natural 20.
Wow. A lot of those tonight.
Her backpack is shutting down, not functioning properly, and based on your expertise, you can tell that it's essentially out of power.
Do we need to recharge this thing?
So she turns around and looks. She says, "Oh, shit, we do. We need to find batteries. This thing eats them quick." Harley, Marley, what do you got? And they quickly rifle through their drawers. They've got absolutely nothing.
All right, so
and
I got a lemon and some like metal strips and some wires. Can I make a battery that'll charge this thing?
She looks it over and kind of smiles and says, no, we'll need something a little stronger than that.
Okay.
And basically asks for any ideas. And then Dry Mouth gets up. He says, "Well, I can't take you there because I have to help clean up." And he grabs cultist number 5's body and like throws it against the wall. That's my job around here. But there is a target that, as you know, has been raided many times. But I think with some searching, you could find some batteries there. He grabs CB3 and throws them on the pile.
And as he's doing that, I just real quick, I point to KT1. I go, "You're gonna need to burn this one."
Oh, Bits, you know the routine. And Bits just like kind of chokes through her beer and says, "Oh gosh, well, I guess that's why we don't pay for drinks around here." And she like raises her mug, and Harley and Marley kind of laugh a little bit. She's like, "Oh, we know the drill. We know the drill." Um, and so he starts making his way toward KT1 to start cleaning up.
Check their
what are?
pockets.
Thank you. As Drymouth is doing that, he is checking the pockets of all of them. On KT1 specifically, he does pull out a piece of paper
Nice.
and starts to unfurl it. But he folds it up, puts it in his pocket, and starts. doing his
Hey,
thing.
what did that say?
Oh gosh, okay. Yeah, and he gives it to you. You take a look at it, and it is a shittily drawn map with the words "The Forge" on it. And on the back, it basically has some hand scribbled notes that says "Still operational?" ? Still there ? That's what it says there.
I'll relay that to the group. Something about a forge. Not a bad drawing. Anyway,
Does that ring any bells, Dr. Polly? The Forge?
Well, there were rumors of a missile silo military base nearby that had been taken over by the Shush, but in all of my time, I had not heard it was operational. It could be an outpost of theirs, maybe active or non, but I haven't been to this so-called forge.
well, before we worry about that, how long can that go without a battery?
We'll have to address this before making it to the drop. So I think we'll need to grab batteries tonight as our next move, and then we head to the CDC and wait out our time and hopefully get to the roof there.
Joe, can I
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just like, and I don't know if all of us would we all be aware of the target. Like I was just kind of thinking rangery. I was wondering if I could like do a history check to see if I have any information to prepare for kind of thinking
Yeah,
I'm a
I love that.
scavenger.
Elvin knows a lot about pre-bloom target, so he can
Yeah.
How about instead of, so you know that there is a space here
survival.
with the signed target on it, but if you wanted to roll survival to give
Okay.
us a preview of what might be there and how much you know about that, I think makes total sense.
Okay. 13.
You know that it's what used to be called a retail store called Target. Someone wrote a big giant ED in spray paint at the end of the sign, so it's now known as Targeted. Because it just lay in ruins, right?
I was
Oh,
feeling
yeah.
erectile dysfunction.
I don't know who Tar's Ted is, but
Yeah. You also know that it is likely a hotspot for people to scavenge because it is so overgrown with bloom that it is quite dangerous to venture there. So
Okay.
you yourself haven't even gone in. You know that it would only be a necessity to go in somewhere like that.
Okay. I rather than role play, I'll just relay that all and say like we better be prepared if this is what we have to do.
Well,
Because
let's
it's a
take the next
dangerous.
hour and patch ourselves up and talk about a game plan.
Do we have that much time before the pack runs out of battery juice?
So she says to you, "You look like you know what you're doing. Could you maybe come here then?" And she points to like a spot on the side, and she just says, "Give that a whack."
Okay. He
What
Go
a
ahead
looks
and
pickup line.
roll a d20 for me.
natural one.
Oh
Oh.
no.
You
Oh,
give it a whack. Nothing happens. In fact, she looks a little horrified and says, well, sometimes when we hit it in the right spot, we buy ourselves more time, but I don't know that that's the case. I think for certain the next move is to turn this thing on. And during I think I must try to repair this now. So I will leave you with the choice. A short rest will degrade the sample, not completely, but a bit. Um,
Yeah, give me one of those med kits and we can go now.
yeah. Yeah, I'll give you one, and then I'll use one on
At least
myself.
that's Calvin's. He's the crotchety old guy, so he's not really going to ask for a vote. But that's what Calvin says.
Yeah, what
Yes.
is there a time
Frank
of
and I
day
think
on this or no?
it's nighttime. It's like, let's call it 10 at night. And her plan is to basically meet the pilot on the roof of the CDC at 10 p.m. the next night.
Okay.
Frank and I think we should do it now. We'll go
Well,
get
good,
the
because that's what I
batteries.
already said.
Agreed. That
Well,
sure
let's
is
get
going to be
going.
coming after us after this group doesn't go back.
You know, as we're packing up, Target pre-Bloom used to be a shooting range. That's why it's called Target. They also sold some stuff, but yeah, so you'll probably see bullet holes and bows and arrows and stuff. Just so you know.
Cool. All right. If there's nothing else you want to do here, we can I'll have you just start the very beginning of the next encounter at targeted, and then we'll try to release everyone by like 12:05, 12:10 if that's cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to spend, because my healing potion didn't do great, so I'm actually going to use a spell slot to cast Cure Wounds on myself as well, just so we all know.
Okay.
Yeah. But we can continue forward.
Cool,
How
cool.
much is the healing kit?
2d4
1d4.
plus 2.
2d4 plus 2?
Yeah.
Yeah. It functions oddly like a healing potion from D&D.
Sweet. Okay. I used the one you gave me.
Cool. So hopefully all the fog of war is working properly.
Wow.
Sweet.
So we need to get you some character tokens. Y'all safely approach the former retail store.
This is great.
Very cool.
I certainly don't
Zoom
have
out a
all
little
of
bit,
your...
JD. You can see the targeted.
We don't have everyone's token on here. I have one of Cal.
That's the other one I made.
Let me see if I can't drop these in from my other computer. 1 second here.
I don't know why, but it makes me think of Neil Patrick Harris. Thank you, AI.
Oh, yeah.
Should be relatively easy. There's you. All the other ones are in Discord, right? That's even easier. I can do that from this computer, actually.
Are these 5-foot squares to scale?
I think this is more appropriate for actual, yeah.
Okay.
5 foot
Yeah, I was gonna
squares.
say shrink
The,
bed then.
the bar was not. Who am I missing? Eric.
Citizen, bro.
Yep. There he is. He's up here. Did I get everybody else? You need Polly. Is not in here.
And Argo too.
Oh, yeah,
That's
puppy.
right. The dog is in my email, so let me do that. Actually, we don't. We probably don't need the dog and Polly tonight. Given what we're gonna do, so let's just do put Harley and Marley out here.
Oh, her poor
That'll
face.
be. I
Oh,
know.
they're coming! Yay!
She's all scarred up. We'll say this is Polly just for tonight. I'll have it all fixed for when we play next time. And then here's your dog, JD, a nice cute little kobold.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys all approach the former and not so great store Target. And why don't you all give me a perception check?
And Frank.
Sure.
Okay.
And Argos?
And I helped.
Sure.
Frank got a 19. He is crushing it. I rolled a
Natural 20 minus
4.
1, 19.
Okay.
Not good.
Listen.
10 for me. And it doesn't really, just 10, I guess is fine.
So here's what we'll do. We're gonna do what was your character? What did Wade get?
3.
Okay, that's fine.
Frank got a 19 though.
Frank and I got a 19.
So it's gonna be a combo of you two. So as you approach the store, with a natural 20, Calvin is going to kind of press his ear up against the wall, be a little bit more rangery than I think typically you would expect from an older kind of barbarian like gentleman. And he's gonna really like listen and report back that there is some movement in there. Right? It's not completely empty, just kind of confirming that of which you have heard is possible. You also peer in through the window and notice it is completely dark in there. If you had to guess, because of how perceptive you are, the power is out. And the roof still stands, right? So you're going into an empty building, that's going to be completely dark.
We need a light source.
So I'll let you chew on that, and then Frank's gonna walk up and kind of bop around, and then stop suddenly, and begin like zombie, pointing with two hands like this, out in front of him on the floor, and then also on the wall, and then on the floor, and then on the wall, on the floor, and on the wall. And then I'll let you guys react.
Gas masks, it looks like.
Oh, where's
Do we know?
Dr. Polly?
He's with you. It's the Marley icon right now.
Oh, got it. Okay.
I just don't have it. I figured this is we're almost at time.
Yeah.
Not the Polly for now.
Is this a gas mask situation?
Do we have any gas masks?
You guys all have gas masks and flashlights, yeah?
Oh, we do. Great. Well, I'll put it on myself.
Mask out?
Mm-hmm.
I'll mask up and flashlight up. There's something in there for sure, but I don't really care if it's
Joe, do we have to I don't know, just figure out a way, does the dog need a gas mask, or do we say maybe it only has blood transmissibility, biting or getting attacked, not lung transmissibility? Or
Or maybe dogs are immune.
That the artificer in your party happens to have a dog gas mask that he picked up.
Okay, cool. Very cool.
I fashioned one. Another.
Certainly.
gas
It's
mask.
very cool looking. AI will help us get an awesome looking dog gas mask for you. So yeah, you can all mask up and go in confidently.
I want it to be an old Halloween mask fashioned. And what's the toothless? I want it to be a toothless mask, but turned into a gas mask, Toothless the dragon from How to Train Your Dragon. So he's got a toothless looking face thing on.
We'll have to partner
That's
on
adorable.
AI prompts. That'll be a lot of fun. Also, then my ranger, give me a survival check. Well, survival, yeah, check.
Dirty 20.
Okay, not only is it mask up, outside you can tell, so I'll give you advantage when you step through, but the ground is littered with mushroom looking, kind of puffed up and almost glowing like red fungi.
Ooh.
And you have to carefully either step around them or somehow clip them and disarm them, right? Or given what you know, that's gonna sprout up some spores. And given that it's so concentrated, even with the gas mask on, there's a chance they could still, make you sick.
Gotcha.
So good foresight to mask up. What we'll say in DM world is it'll be a check at disadvantage, or I'm sorry, at advantage for you all. But if you do trigger the spores, there is a chance to have some negative consequences. So I'll let you guys kind of talk that through how you want to handle it. But also know, right, the entrance, you can see them, but you're walking into a dark building.
So I'm just like, oh shit, there's spores. Be careful. We might be able to get around them. What do you think?
What would happen if I shot it with my fire extinguisher gun?
Why don't you just have Frank walk through them? We all back up.
But wouldn't we have just the spore stuff everywhere?
I don't know how it works.
Don't do that. I'm just like, don't do it. Either we surgically remove, which I think will take too much time. I look at Dr. Polly. I'm like, or we just chance it and we have to get over those things.
Let me perform an experiment. He's gonna hand Frank the fire extinguisher gun,
Okay.
and Frank is gonna go over here to this far one and spray it with the fire extinguisher gun. Just see if it like freezes it and kills it.
Cool. They catch fire. And as they pop,
Wait, it's a fire extinguisher.
oh, extinguisher.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
ice.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's yeah.
Same deal. They don't catch fire; they catch frozen. And they you can tell that the sudden temperature change shrivels them up, and that sort of pocket that looked like it was going to explode, that was glowing red, loses that red color, and it just kind of. So yes.
Brilliant work, Frank.
How loud is the fire extinguisher?
Fire extinguisher noise.
Roll that percentage die again for me.
Oh no.
63.
You hear that pitter patter get to be louder, like noticeably louder. And you hear like a kind of moaning.
Quiet, everyone. I think we've kicked the nest.
Yeah, I think we have.
Yes, we collectively have made some noise. And
I just
think
step over these things and start smashing zombies.
Let's go carefully. Joe, this is where I all of a sudden have like these boots that we talked about, and I'm imagining like almost like Back to the Future Part 2, the like self-lacing shoes where he like presses the button and they like
I love that.
yeah, and all of a sudden like you can barely hear my feet hitting the ground as I walk.
Nice.
I think that's super cool, and you're gonna help me kind of bookend tonight. So why don't you scout ahead if the party's okay with that and run in? And I'm not even going to make you roll. That's how effective these are right now. So
Hurry up.
this is destroyed, right? So there's nothing to worry about on top of these spores.
Okay.
You scout ahead. Let's have you get to about here.
Perfect.
Have
Yeah.
you back up like or just a little bit.
Peekaboo. Peekaboo.
Okay, you hop in. Just before you walk on top of them, let's say do you have your flashlight on or off? I guess I assume you have it on.
Yeah, I would have it on.
Okay, you see spores there, so you stop in your tracks.
Oh, and my doggo always comes right behind me.
Which is fine. You guys are being quiet. Let's say you look to the right and to the left, and to the right.
Oh,
Let's have you go all the way. You can see a what is called a spore boy. It
Spore boy.
looks humanoid with like mushrooms and fungus and all sorts of decayed flesh all over it.
Okay.
Much like another famous zombie story we know, the visual is pretty fucking impaired. So he doesn't, or she, they don't notice that you're there.
Okay.
It is one entity. But given the fact that you've got the shoes on, you're an expert in what you do, doesn't notice you're there. You look to the left, you can see more spore growth, but you can make out an electrical kind of room that's just been, tattered and destroyed over to the left. You can't make much of the details out, but you do have a basic understanding of the layout here.
Okay.
And give me a perception roll. You can help yourself with the dog, or I guess you can both roll.
I rolled a 21.
Okay. You hear more, right? This was not the only spore boy in here. Based on being in now, getting your bearings a bit. This one is kind of at the wall because it heard that noise and was alerted and is kind of frozen because it knows something may or may not enter. But you can hear deeper into targeted. There are more threats available. I think this is where we'll leave it for now.
Love it.
Right.
Very cool.
Cool. Well, thank you, viewer. I hope you enjoyed the theme song as well as the session. Maybe one more than the other. We'll see. Time will tell. But thanks for being here. Thank you all for playing, and we will come at you the next time. We need a little break and continue the few of us.
All right.
And thank you, Joe.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thanks, buddy.
Yeah, for sure.
Very cool.
All right. I will attempt to kill this recording.
How do you stop?
It's just a lovely goodbye. All right, bye, viewer. Peace.